I
Okay.
have posted.
Hello,
Now
friends.
it is on.
Hi, guys.
Hi, everybody. So we are here to talk about traveling. Am I right?
Yes,
Okay, it's a great topic.
you're right.
Yeah. May I ask you a question? What is traveling for both of you? What is traveling for you?
Traveling for us? It's a big question. It's not a short one. I would say we are traveling to get a rest and meet new people and to visit nice attraction places around the world.
And with what could you compare a travel, any travel?
Compare what? Compare what?
Compare travel. With what could you compare a travel? For example, for me, any travel is a kind of a new and interesting book I'm going to read right now, and nobody will prevent me from doing it. And what is traveling for you?
Traveling for me? Oh, I guess I don't exactly understood your question, the point of your question.
Well, I'm just trying to compare traveling with something. It's a kind of a game, yeah? For me, traveling is a way to have some rest, to see something new, to learn something new. That's why I think that traveling looks like a new and interesting book, because I like reading. And what about you? What is traveling for you?
Traveling for me, the main reason I would say to go anywhere overseas over Russia and stay alone.
Stay alone, to be alone, yes, of course.
Stay alone and traveling something new way, not look like
something out of routine,
no.
you mean? Yeah? Something
Yes,
out of routine.
When I'm traveling, I try to forget my way of life in Russia and find something new.
Yeah, it's a way to try to something new. Yes, I agree with you. What about you, Эренцен? What is traveling for you? I know you like traveling, but what does it look like for you?
I don't know. To be honest, I never thought about that, and I just traveled, and it was definitely it is a pleasure for me, and because new places, new expressions, impressions.
And expressions sometimes too, yeah.
New people, and of course it gives me energy, and maybe traveling is adventure.
Sure, it is an adventure. I agree with you. I see. Where would you go? It's a question for both of you. If you could go anywhere, where would you go if you could go anywhere?
I would like to visit warm countries. Definitely, but I'm not desire.
I don't have desire. You don't.
I don't have desire about Asian countries. I don't know why, but for me, it is good to go to Europe.
To Europe.
Yes, visit some ancient cities, like Praga, for example, Warsaw, München, and London, of course, Paris. I would like to go there, maybe that's because there are how to say available area for me to move on wheelchair.
Accessible, you mean?
Yes, accessible.
Accessible area. Okay, and what about you, Sergey? Where would you go if you could go anywhere?
Oh, to tell the truth, I would go anywhere.
You would go anywhere, so just anywhere.
Anywhere, yes.
Well, I can understand why. Yeah, sometimes the
Yes.
process of traveling is much more important than the destination.
No, it's not a problem to leave a house and go anywhere. It's very easy way. Just we are living in the modern life. We can get a ticket by internet, and what left for us is to go to the airport and take a plane, and that's all. It's very easy. For example, I would go to Sri Lanka, for example.
Okay.
I dreamed a long time to visit this country, but something went wrong, and I visited another one.
Well, the traveling to this country is coming. I'm sure it will be a bit later, but it is coming to your life. I'm sure if you wish to go there, you will go.
Yes, if I have a time and
why? Yes, of course, you will have time when it is time for the traveling. I think so, because any places that are really attractive for us usually come to our lives sooner or later. For example, I have never thought that I will visit Erencen's place, but it has happened. And at the most unexpected time of my life, I would say. Yeah, because recently I have visited his town, his city, and I have thought it is exactly the place I would like to see with my own eyes, really.
In the distant past, I also traveled around Kalmykia and stay at Elista 2 nights.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, have you two seen each other in reality?
Yes, we traveled by car and we went there at April when tulips is getting blew up. Blooming. The fields outside a city were full of wild flowers.
Oh, yeah, wild tulips, you mean? Yeah, they're so beautiful. It's nice.
When we went somewhere at the countryside, we found where big sand dunes. And I living in the region surrounded by mountains, covered by forest, and I have never seen sand dunes. And I was amazed and running around them.
I see.
Maybe hour, maybe two, and take a lot of photos there.
Taking photos is a whole process during the traveling. Okay. And what was the most unusual travel for you, for both of you?
Unusual?
Yeah. Some travel that has really impressed you or amazed you or excited you, I don't know.
I wouldn't say that about one, how to say, unusual journey for me, because I didn't make a lot of.
I have not. You have not.
I have not a lot of traveling, and so I just have been in some 3 or 4 cities another cities in Russia and one abroad country.
Yeah.
So of course, for me it was. I have been impressed of Kiev. It is ancient, beautiful, awesome city, and of course, I am impressed of this.
I see. And what about you, Sergey? What was the most impressive journey or traveling for you?
Impressed? You know, before to go anywhere, I prepared and find some information about those places what I am going to see. I found out information how to get my destination, which way I have to go, how does it cost, and how to get there by plane, train, public transportation or boat. And when I begin to travel, I have a plan which way to go first and where I have to change. For example, a train instead of flight. Sometimes we're moving by taxi if we are puzzled and we don't know what to do.
I see.
No, but you see, traveling so exciting and interesting. Usually we stay not more than 3-4 nights at one place. We booked a guest house or a hotel, and when we investigate, when we explore the territory around, we moved ourselves to another place and continue our journey. We travel by bike, we canoe down by river. All day we ride by bike. We climbed to the high mountains and descended to the underground cave. We prefer to travel different way.
Oh, by the way, do you prefer to travel alone or in a company?
It depends of many reasons, of course. Usually I travel with my wife, but sometimes I go anywhere alone.
I see. And what about your wife? What does she like to do? What does she do for a living, for example?
What does she like to do?
Yeah. What is her hobby, so to say?
She follows me.
Yeah.
and that's all. She sits behind me or in front of me. She paddled or she hold herself at the back on the bike. She just traveling together all our life.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds so nice, really, that you like to travel together, because I think that we know people better when we are traveling together somewhere. And that's why you must be very close, and it's nice.
When I traveled alone, it was also quite interesting. If I stay alone, I don't worry about anyone. I just dedicate only by my own life.
So you like both ways of traveling. It doesn't matter how to travel. It doesn't matter how to travel. The main thing is to travel.
Yes.
I got
the main reason to go anywhere. Don't stay at one place.
Oh, you must be a very dynamic person if you like traveling so much. May I ask you a question? When did you start learning English?
You ask me?
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, if I'm not if I'm not wrong, I
Mhm.
have been learning English almost 6 years.
6 years. Oh, and what are the ways of you learning it? How did you learn it?
How how can I learn English?
Yeah, how are you learning it right now, or how did you learn it some time ago?
What do I do?
Yeah,
So
what do you do?
I try to do everything. I read books, listening. I collect vital phrases what we are use in our daily life. Repeat it every day. I try to speak by my own.
Mm-hmm.
So what else? Sometimes I communicate with those people who also try to learn English.
That's why you have met Aronson, yeah?
Erenzet, Elizabeth, Olga, another Elizabeth, Angelica. Oh, I have some friends. Jorgen,
I,
for example.
Mhm. I have understood
Then,
that you have a big team of learning English. That's nice. Okay, I got it.
Let me say,
Yes, of course.
I
Mhm.
I mm, mm, how to say I
You
remember
forgot.
I remember uh, that yesterday turned right 6 years as I started learning English.
Oh, really? You have an
Yes,
anniversary.
really.
My
I forgot
congrats on
about
this occasion.
my
My
just
congrats, really. Mhm.
right 6 years. I remember from 1st of May, from May 1st,
The first of
I
May.
and 2013 I
Mhm.
started learning English. I was prepared for a long time, maybe for a half of a year,
Mhm.
and I
yes, Erdi.
motivated by myself. I motivated myself. I should to start learning English, and but of course, before mm, uh, I did not one mm, uh,
You have tried not once, you
effort.
mean, yeah? You have tried not
One not
once.
once. Yeah, I have tried not once
Mm-hmm.
from childhood, and but failed. Uh, was failed
Okay.
every time.
But you know, learning English in Russia is a hard process. It's not so easy because we're surrounded by Russians who speak only their motherland. We
Well,
spoke
Yes,
we,
it's
we
true.
spoke by English only a short period of our life. For example, after this video, we turn into our casual life and begin to speak by Russian again.
well, it depends. I will
You
be
know,
speaking.
guys, you know, I have noticed traveling in our countries
Mhm.
and learn English at the same time much easier.
Well, it's because English is necessary for you at the moment, yeah, because you can't do without English at the moment you are traveling abroad. Yeah.
Yes, I exactly remember my first trip abroad, and I'm so ashamed. I couldn't speak English at all. I can't ask which
You
way to
maybe not
go.
ashamed, but embarrassed, not ashamed, yeah?
Yeah, embarrassed and ashamed because when I
Yeah,
came to the
possible.
bus station, I couldn't find a cashier, and I can't explain um, as to seller which way I want to go.
Yeah. Well, you can speak English even in Russia if you wish to. So it's not the only way to learn English to go abroad, and it's not the guarantee that you will know language, because I know lots of people who live abroad, yeah, as a citizens, but they don't speak the language of the country. They just don't do it. So it's not the reason of the place. Yeah. It's the reason of, I don't know, your decision and motivation. And motivation can be very different.
My
That's
motivation
true.
to feel myself freely when I travel abroad.
Well, you
Because
just feel yourself free when you are traveling. It doesn't matter where, you just like traveling. Maybe if you would be born in another, would have been born in another century, you would be a voyager or something like that. Maybe it's
maybe
just in blood, so to say. Who knows? Some people like to change the places where they are, and it's quite understandable.
in reality people change places from the ancient time.
Uh,
As
mm,
when they were a cave people, they also moved themselves from one territory to another region.
you know, today
They
people.
follow the animals and
Mhm.
traveling at the same time.
Yeah, why not? Yes, I agree with this. Mhm. So, what do you think about it, Erentsen? Are people voyagers by nature or not? Are people voyagers by
Mm,
nature or not?
Avoid what avoid?
Voyagers, путешественники,
Voyages.
Ah,
voyagers.
Mhm.
So, what do you think?
Yes, yes,
Ah,
I
so,
agree by nature because mm, if we mm, if we look back in history, people
Daniel.
always were moving uh, around the earth, and
mhm,
uh,
Право.
they always opened will have been opening new lands and new mm, countries and
mhm.
size
New
of
places and spots.
the earth, new places of the earth, and of course it is nature for
It is natural
people.
to
Yes,
travel.
natural for
Ah,
to
okay.
travel.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I'm so sorry to say this. You're such a nice guy, but I have to go. I have to go for to work. I have a lesson in 2 minutes. And I would be glad to chat with you again if you have some time.
Mhm. Of course.
Valent
So sorry
Yeah. Mhm.
for my fault.
It's okay. It's not your fault.
I,
It's the fault of technical devices. Sorry, have you something to say? Sergey?
okay, guys. Yes, it was the first time, Valentina, when I speak with you, directly speak with you. With RD, we try to speak
I'm
as much as possible, but I hope with you we keep in touch and support our
I
friend.
hope to, yeah, we will keep in touch because it was a nice meeting for you, and thanks for come today. Thanks for being with us and sharing our conversation. You are a very nice person, and it's nice to talk with a person who likes traveling.
I have done it with a great pleasure.
okay.
Sorry, can you repeat, please?
I have done it with a great pleasure
Oh,
to
same.
join
Me
the
too.
I mean to join the conversation.
Okay. So, see you again. Thanks and bye, guys.
Okay,
Okay. Thank you. Bye
thanks guys
bye.
for your
Have a
time. Bye
nice
Bye-bye.
bye.
time.
Bye.
Mhm.
Bye.
Bye.
See you when.
See you later. Так. Скажи мне, как тут сохранить запись? Куда она
Так.
сохраняется?
Ну, останови там, где ты начинала.